now, please welcome the athletes to the field of play for the Recurve Mixed Team Gold Medal Match.
Y ahora den la bienvenida a los atletas que disputarán la medalla de oro en el arco Recurve Mixed al campo de competencia.
Time to go for gold again here in Medellin as we look forward to the Recurve Mixed Team Gold Medal Match between Korea and the USA. It's time to meet the contenders.
On target number 1, representing the Republic of Korea.
En la vaca número 1, representando República de Corea,
Im Ji-hoon. Kim Woo-ji. On target number 2, representing the United States of America.
y en la vaca número 2, representando Estados Unidos de América,
Jennifer Lucino Fernandez. Brady Ellison. The line judge for this matchup is
el juez del partido,
Klaus Luganek.
So Korea line up with Lim Seon and Kim Woo-jin. Lim Seon just in her second Hyundai Archery World Cup, having taken gold in the individual competition in Shanghai. She's taken gold in the women's team competition here already. Kim Woo-jin, well, he's got bags and bags of medals. He also was part of the Korean team that took the gold medal in the men's competition, going for his second gold medal. An interesting lineup on the other side. Brady Ellison, 4 golds in the mixed team competition, 3 different partners, and today he lines up with a 4th in Jennifer Lucino Fernandez. But it's Lim Si-hyun who's going to get this one underway.
Yeah, and I was going to say Korea has a little bit of an advantage here in the sense that they have already been out on the field today, both of them. But then it seems like the circumstances might have changed a little bit because Lim Si-hyun just shoots a left 8 out of nowhere. Brady and Jennifer, they haven't been on the field at all yet today, so they will be shooting their first arrows on this finals venue now.
Interesting to see the order of play with the USA as well, with Casey Cowfold, who's won 2 mixed team gold medal stages. She usually shoots first and last. It looks like Ellison well, he certainly shot the first arrow for the USA.
And Jennifer has really lived up this competition. She has been to the Olympics in Tokyo, but has never really gotten that far in competition. And now she's just been shooting really, really well, and especially in mixed team, getting to the gold medal match.
There's a big chance here for the USA as well. That's another 8 from Lim. So 35 set by Korea, a low score by their very high standards.
It's actually the lowest score they have shot in this whole competition. So far they've only shot 38s and 40s leading up to this gold medal match. So this is the lowest score of the whole week for them. A 9 from Brady means an 8 for Jennifer will be enough to get this set.
Pressure one though. Oh, what a confident start from the 20-year-old. Teaming up with Ellison for the first time, and they've bagged the points and the set points in this first set against Korea. And well, certainly in my opinion, the only way that you're going to give yourself a chance against Korea is to win the first set.
Yeah, you need to get out of the gates fast, and this is exactly what they've done. So a really tight group, as you can see here. just a little bit of a side adjustment for Brady, and I think they're good to keep shooting high scores like this, and they might have a very good chance against a Korean team that has a little bit of a rocky start so far in this match.
Better not write them off though, right?
No, it's very, very dangerous to write the Korean team off, but well, this is, like I said, the lowest score they have shot so far this competition, which, like, it will have some of an effect on the USA team, seeing them shoot not the best end ever.
I wonder if, because one of the stories potentially today is that Lim could get a hat-trick of gold medals. She's done it in the women's team competition, and now there's a bit of pressure on this one. She shot 2 8s in that first set.
Yeah, it for sure seems that she's under pressure, but it would also be her first match loss ever in a World Cup, because so far everything that she has shot on the World Cup circuit has been a win.
Start of the second, Korea trailing the USA. Shoot first.
Again, I feel like the rhythm of Wijin's shots are just a tad bit off, but it's not seemingly affecting him that much.
Brady Ellison, 5-time high-under archery World Cup Finals champion, stalwart in the mixed team lineup for the USA, and he seems to be able to interchange his partners and still be very successful.
Yeah, and Brady is on a bit of a quest himself for later on in the individuals as well. So I think the experience that he's gaining in this match will also aid him later on today. Although I think he'll mainly be focusing on winning this match first and then looking at the individuals later.
So 38 set, normal order restored on the Korean side of the line.
And he gets it. I feel this is, we're seeing a little bit of 2019 Brady here, where that was not the greatest shot. The release was not as crisp as he likes to have them, but he still manages to hit that low 10, and we've seen a lot of that in 2019, where all of his bad shots were still low 10s.
Well, it's drifted out to the 8 though for a 37, although there was a measure on that third arrow, so provisionally a 36. But I think that Korea are going to have those points in this set, and that will level things up. We have to wait for confirmation. But you saw Ellison there and why he's such a good teammate in the mixed team competition. Forget about it. Let's move on. We're still in this one.
Yeah, and that's that mental process that I talk about so much, where you need to stay objective and not put too much of a subjective rating on your arrows. It doesn't help to think this is a bad arrow. It helps to think this arrow didn't hit the middle because X happened. So I think that's the right way to go about it. Just objectively looking at an arrow value and thinking that makes sense or that doesn't make sense, but the next arrow is what matters.
You can see the disappointment there on Jennifer Chino Fernandez's face.
Set number 3, the Republic of Korea will be shooting first on target 1.
So 2 apiece, confirmed. Korea back in the match, dialed into the center, looking pretty ominous now.
feel like the deciding factor in this match so far is if Lim is hitting the middle or not. And she is in this instance. I feel like she has opened a couple gaps that the USA was maybe able to pick up on, but I think if she keeps shooting like this, Kim Woo-jin is very unlikely to make any big mistakes in a match like this.
Normally I'd say famous last words, but when it comes to Kim Woo-jin, I think you're spot on.
As an archery nerd, to give myself that title, for the
King
people
of the archery nerds
who want to look at something really impressive after this stream, in the break between this stream and the next one later today, you can look up the Kim Woo-jin matches of the World Cup final last year in Tlaxcala in Mexico, because those were very impressive. It's a difficult one to call. I think there's an asterisk there for the reason, but I would have to agree with the stadium announcer here, but difficult one.
Yeah, the angle perhaps coming in from the top is not the best for us to see it. So provisional 38 that could go up to a 39. 2 10s to guarantee at least 1 point required from the USA.
Yeah, there was a bit of a delay there in the release. You could hear the clicker go. There was a bit of a moment before he actually released the arrow, which we have seen from Brady before, but it's typically not his best shots.
Chino Fernandez needs a 10 here, and for the measure to go the USA's way, that's a 9 for a 37. So the measure only important for the record books. Korea have taken the third set, having leveled things up in the second, and now things looking, well, very good if you're a supporter of Korea, and pretty tricky if you're a supporter of the USA.
Yeah, it seems like Korea has really found their footing, their foundation, and they're just shooting really well now. It's not that the USA is not shooting well, because they've shot like a really good group. It's just a little bit on the left, and the 3 9s are too much to get the set points against a very strong Korea.
We talked about this being sort of lying in the hands of Lim Si-hyun. She was very good in that set. And you saw Brady there just asking the coach where that went.
Yeah, it's important not only to know what the arrow value is, but also where the arrow hits, because you can adjust accordingly then. If the arrow was shot really well and it's hitting to the left, and it's consistently hitting to the left, you can adjust your sight or you can adjust your aim. If it's going left to right and then up and down, there's not much you can do but shoot better arrows.
So 4-2 to this Korean pairing of Kim Woo-jin and Lim Si-hyun. Brady Ellison and Jennifer Chino Fernandez will shoot first in the fourth set, and it's a must win. All Korea have to do is match the USA to take a third gold out of 3 in this team session.
That was a better shot. You could almost hear it in the rhythm of the clicker and the release, and also the sound that his bow makes when he releases. So if he has a bit of an outwards release and a bit more tension on his fingers, the bow makes a bit of a sharper sound as well. But like before mentioned, I think that's mostly up to the archery nerds to pay attention to that stuff.
I'm getting there. I actually felt that as well. It looked and sounded like a great shot. And 2 10s is exactly what the USA need to do. Put a bit of pressure on, and there's a 9 from Lim.
I mean, how good would it be to end this session in a shoot-off?
Well, we know you love a shoot-off, don't we all? This would be a cracking result for the USA if they were to push Korea to that shoot-off. And they've got a very good chance of doing that now. 2 9s from Korea in the first rotation.
And 2 very unfortunate 9s, I would say. They're very close to the 10 ring, but that's exactly what the USA needs to happen right now. So Brady there putting Jennifer in a position where just shooting an arrow in the gold would be enough to force the shoot off.
9 is enough for the USA to push this one all the way with Korea. 9 it is, and we are going to have a shoot-off here. 39 is not a gettable target, but here, the rehearsal for the shoot-off.
Yeah, these 2 arrows, they should probably just shoot them as well as they can and see what the wind does to them, rather than trying to hit the exact middle, because you can gather a lot of information from just aiming at the middle and shooting your arrow and seeing how much that does to the flight of the arrow in the case of wind.
So 37 set by Korea, but 39 for the USA, 4 apiece, and the USA team have pushed the Koreans all the way. And regulations, after the regulation sets, all square means the target faces will be cleaned. They'll put new target faces up 70 meters down the range, and we'll have a mini set, a half set.
Yeah, basically we're going to shoot 1 rotation. Highest score wins, and in the case of a tight score, they look at which arrow of which team is closest to the center. So, for instance, they shoot a 10 and a 9, both of them. The closest 10 to the center will win the match.
Confirmation then that the scores in the match are tied at 4 apiece, and that we will be having a shoot-off. Well, that's the last arrow from Brady Ellison. Didn't quite have the ring of the 10 that he shot for the first one, but it still went into the 10. And Machino booked the shoot-off by shooting a 9, and she very professionally checks with the coach where that's gone.
And even though the set convincingly went to the USA team rather than the Korean team, their 9s were very close to the 10. So it's not necessarily a given that the USA will be closest to center here.
Yeah, it's an interesting one, isn't it? Because Korea have been a bit up and down in the match. They started a little low by their very high standards. They then reached a peak and come back down again. They need to get that performance trajectory going back up again. And there's no doubt that they can do it. A 39 in the set from the USA. The last set was their best score by a long way, and it has forced it. Ellison there trying to stay nice and loose and nice and relaxed for this shoot-off.
Yeah, I think you can say that Brady Ellison has been on so many finals venues that he's grown some sort of callous against the nervousness, and you could say the same about Kim Woo-jin. I think they're very similar in terms of experience.
Well, very similar in terms of experience are Lim and Machino Fernandez as well, in terms of being at this pressure range. Korea to shoot first in the shoot-off. The door is wide open for the USA. He would have wanted a 10.
Yeah, if Kim Woo-jin manages to shoot a really good 10 here, or a 10 in any case, Jennifer will have to shoot at least a 9.
But it's a 9 for a 17 here. And a 9, as you can see, is enough for Machino. Far from easy. A massive shot here, the biggest of her career so far. And it is a 9, and the USA have spoilt the Korean party here in the team events. They have clinched the Recurve Mixed Team gold medal. Korea, having taken the other 2 team medals so far, were on for a hat-trick of team medals, but the USA, they had to dig deep. It went to a shoot-off, and they've won it with 2 9s.